Okay, we're back again with the proppers tool. I wanted to show you a bit more fine level tweaking that you can do. I had some feedback about how to do line breaks, so I had a little play around and here we go. So we've got, this is the Feast of the Holy Family, which is this Sunday in the extraordinary calendar, and the ordinary form, a lot of places transfer the Epiphany to the Sunday. So anyway, further options, PDF former options, security warning, that's okay, and wait for it to open up in the Illuminary score editor. Here we go. Takes a little while to load because we have the slowest internet in the world. Then we change the width to 4.5 inches. I may as well change the height as well. Makes it come out a bit bigger when you print it out. So the first one, from what I said last time, I mentioned you can put in headings. So if you scroll to the top of the code box, you've got name, and you can write your heading, and you call that introit for the Holy Family. How about that? And then for the next piece, you see you got a couple of blank lines and the name again, and you can put gradual. I've left out the Kyrie this time. And so on. You can go through all the different parts and put in titles. So let's have a look at the PDF. So you can see there's a nice big heading in small caps. Hello, Monica. Monica wants to help. And it all looks pretty good. Except when we come down to the Alleluia, we've got a little glitch here. The notes run off the end of the stuff. So this is a prime target for adding in a line break. So what I'm thinking of, if putting in a line break just after this little divisio here. So we'll go back to the Illuminary score editor tab and scroll down to the Alleluia. Now, it's a bit cryptic what all this means, but you can say Al, Le, Lu, Ya. So the letters outside the parentheses, these are your text, and inside the parentheses are the notes. So here is the different divisios are these colons and semicolons and commas, and this is the last comma. So this is where we want to put a line break. So you do an open parentheses, and see it's made 2 parentheses, and put in a Z. Yay! There we go. So we don't have to press save or anything, we just click the Gregorio PDF button. Then I can scroll down to the Alleluia once it loads up and have a look at that new line break there. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Let's put the Custos in automatically. It's lovely. Okay. Now to make life just a bit more interesting, I want to show you a little glitch I found in the Graduale. So here we have a double bar and we have a change of clef, but because it's happened right on a line break, the clef change hasn't come through properly. So the Custos is showing down on this bottom line, which is where the first note is, but because there's that change in clef, it's not actually correct. It could be misleading, because if you're looking at this where the do clef is on the 4th line from the bottom, then that bottom line is a re, but when the do clef goes to the 3rd line from the bottom, that bottom line should be a fa. So okay, so there's probably a glitch somewhere in the program that could sort that out, but we're going to just put in an extra little line break to sort that out. Now, where should we put the line break? We could put it before the last syllable, or we could even break these into 2. So maybe we'll break it into 2, just there at this. So it's after that fa with a dot, fa augmentum, and then that clevis there. So we have to find that spot in the Graduale. So scrolling up to the gradual, so we've got that double bar. This is the code that should make the extra Custos and the nice clef change. So this is where we have the code for that long melisma there, and you can see these slashes indicate the spaces. So let's see. So this is IX is the flat, and that's affecting that flat there. And it doesn't occur again, so this is probably a good spot to break. We'll close that bracket there, put Z. We could probably even put it all in the one bracket, but I'm used to doing it like this. And let's see how that goes. I should always try this out before actually experimenting with it, shouldn't I? Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, here's the graduale now. Ah, it's very spaced out, isn't it? But it does have the nice clef change there in the right place. And it hasn't cut after we've cut in the wrong place. Those slashes are actually pneumatic cuts. They're not the breaks that I thought they were. So let's see. And also, this is way more stretched out. Let's compare it to the previous one. Ah, I see. So this is breaking after the do, and this one puts do mi here. So yeah, that's a bit clumsy, isn't it? Let's see. So should we make a so we'll try to change the cut to there, and maybe force a line break. That's not a great place for a line break either. So it's actually got hunk there, so that's probably a better line break. But if we put the mi on the next line, maybe that'll work. So yeah, we got a middle mackling to go. So let's dig into this code again. There's the break, and this is where we put in the Z. So we want to take that back to being a pneumatic cut, and okay, so this is where we're going to put in the Z, and also we are going to put it just after do. So do Domini. Okay, so right in here. So I'll try putting a Z in that pair of brackets and see how that goes. Dum-ba-da-dum. And the graduale. So, that still looks really spaced out, doesn't it? Well, maybe now that that's there, let's take out this line break and see what happens. Bit of trial and error going on. There's our Z. So try it without that one. Have to be careful not to change the bits that don't actually need changing to. Graduale. Well, that's sort of better. You've got the clef change in the right place. But this has been pushed right off. What if we put the mi on the next line up? So let's change that line break one more time. Move that Z. Where was it? There's the Z. So I'll take it out of there and put it after the mi. Gregorio PDF one more time. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Maybe I'll put it in the text of the article. Okay, here we go. That's presentable. There we go. Okay, now I just have to learn to sing it. That's the tricky bit. Okay. But I hope that shows you a bit more of the fine-tuning. I've actually looked up the cheat sheet here, which is at gregoriochant.org. You can see the slashes of the pneumatic cuts. What other things? We've got all the different clefs. So you can look up what all these codes mean. Most of the letters are the pitch height, or where the position is on the staff, regardless of where the clef is. And it's all, you can figure it out, and with the Luminary score editor, it gives you a lot of options. So I'll put those links in the YouTube description and in the article on CC Watershed. And I hope you have a great epiphany. Thank you for listening this far. All the best. God bless.